Okay, we're on to quick win number 3, which is referrals from clients. I'm going to take you through a process that I've used over the years, which is the single most effective marketing system I've ever used in terms of getting me new clients. And this is a system I picked up. I was in business a couple of years and I started following the system and it worked absolutely brilliantly. So I'm going to take you through the steps. Referrals from clients. So the way it works is the first thing that I would do is when I start working with a client, I would just start dropping hints. I would say things like right from the start, I would say things like, I get a lot of my new clients through referrals from existing clients, which is true. As we go along, I'll be asking you if you know anybody. Is that okay? So you've planted little seeds in their head. Now I pick a good time to ask and follow up. Normally a win with a client. So if I've helped them generate new sales, I've helped boost their profits and so on, and we've had a win, it's a brilliant time to ask. So I would say something like, remember I said to you before about referrals from clients, would it be okay next week if we just sit down and chat and see if there's anybody else you know who'd like the same great results? They will go, of course, go yes. Now you sit down with them and this can take a little bit of time. What you want to do is, what I aim to do is get 3 names from them. That's names of clients of theirs, suppliers, it could be business neighbors. Sometimes you have to prompt people. And again, it's very important that you tell them exactly the type of business you want. So for example, at the moment, a lot of my clients would be engineers that have sales of between 2 and 5 million. So I would say to my client, I'd love another client just like you. So they have 20 staff, they have sales between 2 million and 5 million. These are the sectors they're in. So you want to help narrow it down for them. And what I do is I'd aim to get at least 3 names. I jot down the names of the business owner and the business and the contact details and so on. And the next part is critical. I would ask my client if they could introduce me. So what I ask my client to do, I'd say, could you do me a favor? If I contact these people, they won't know who I am. Would you mind phoning them? Say what we've done together, the work we've done, as in we've worked on growing their sales or whatever the specific thing is, and ask if they're interested in taking a phone call from me. And most clients, when I ask them to do that, they will say, fine, I'll do that. Occasionally people say, look, no, I prefer if you ring them. And I'd say, okay, I'll phone these 3 people. Is it okay if I use your name and I tell you the work we did together? And they will say, fine. And that can work too. But by far the best way this system works is when your client will pick up the phone and introduce you to 3 of their contacts. Now, again, the follow-up is really important. So I'm after talking to my client, I have the 3 names. My client has agreed to phone these 3 people on my behalf. So if it's a Tuesday, I will normally just arrange a follow-up. So I might say, look, can I follow up with you Friday? When can I follow up with you in terms of you having a chance to phone these people? And they will tell me, and I will put that in my diary. I'll be phoning those people. If they say Friday, I'll be phoning my client on Friday. And normally what happens is they may have got hold of 2 of the people. And quite often what happens is if they told me, if my client has told those people about the work we've done together, asked, are they interested in taking a phone call? 1 and possibly 2 of those people will have said yes to me phoning them. And as soon as I'm done, I thank my client. As soon as I'm off the phone, having spoken to my client, I will be phoning those 2 people. And I find that because my client has introduced me, I will nearly always get hold of them. It will lead to a follow-on meeting, and my conversion rate is very, very high. Because if you think about it, my client has introduced me and also warmed up that prospect, because my client has told that other business owner about the work we've done together. And if you think about it, if they say yes to agreeing to meet me, then they're very interested in getting the same result my client got. And I remember the first couple of years in business, my second and third year in business, I started using this, and I look back and over 60% of all my new clients had come from this method. So I would highly encourage you to try it. I know some people find it a bit pushy, and that's fine. Maybe you can come up with your own approach on this. But the key to it is that if you encourage them and help them, your clients can become your best sales people. But you can see this is a bit more proactive than just saying, will you, asking people, look, will you spread the word about me? Will you tell people? That's fine, and they may or may not do it. This is much more proactive. This is much more effective, and this works brilliantly. I would encourage you to do something around this, either the system that I've described, which is get 3 names, get your client to introduce you, and so on. Or, maybe you can get your client to do a 3-way email introduction to a number of clients, and you do the follow-up. Whatever way you do it, you should have some system in place that encourages your clients to get you your next client. Because if you do, it'll work brilliantly and you will get a flow of new clients. And that's quick win number 3, referrals from clients.